Yo! What happened? Yo, you're finally awake after 9 long years. How's it going, man? Last thing I remember, it was 2015, I think. WrestleMania 31. It was Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins, I think, lost. Yes, with that crazy RKO. Yes, that was it. Never seen a reversal like that. Curb stomp into an RKO. Madness. I also remember that Seth Rollins was Money in the Bank, wasn't he? And it was gonna run out in a few months, so he must have cashed in soon, right? Well, something big happened. So you know the main event of WrestleMania was Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. Yeah, and I still can't believe they had Roman Reigns main event WrestleMania after getting booed out the building at Royal Rumble. Well, during that match, music hit. Okay, whose music? Seth Rollins. No way. He came running down with his Money in the Bank, slid into the ring. Lillian Garcia announced that he was cashing in his Money in the Bank in the main event of bloody WrestleMania. Yes. Flipping hell, mate. Can't believe it. So he kicked Roman Reigns out the ring, waited for Lesnar to get into position for the curb stomp, delivered the curb stomp, went for another, but Lesnar got him into an F5. It's not happening, is it? It's not happening. He had Seth Rollins up in the F5, but Roman Reigns came back in the ring, speared Lesnar, and then Seth Rollins curb stomped Roman Reigns. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What? Seth Rollins is the new WWE champion. Heist of the century. Oh my word. How did I miss the best moment in wrestling history? Honestly. And how did I get into this coma? I'll tell you at the end. So after WrestleMania, Seth Rollins had a solid year. Solid year, yeah, but how long before he gets beaten by John Cena? Well, he defeated Randy Orton in a steel cage match with Kane as the special guest referee. And then at Payback, he successfully defended his title in a fatal four-way against Orton, Reigns, and Mox. I know Orton, I know Reigns, obviously, but who's Mox? I mean, Dean Ambrose. Damn, the Shield all against each other in the same match. Good old days, man. Good old Shield days. Indeed, then beat Dean Ambrose twice. First at Elimination Chamber by disqualifying himself, then at Money in the Bank in a ladder match. Oh, and then John Cena. Yeah, that guy. Well, he does fight John Cena, but before that, he beats Brock Lesnar. How the hell does Seth Rollins beat Brock Lesnar? He's a bloody beast. Undertaker interferes, renews that rivalry after the streak ends and all that, you know. Oh, thank God. Then Cena. Super Cena. It was Seth Rollins versus John Cena at SummerSlam 2015 for the WWE Championship and the United States Championship, which John Cena won at WrestleMania, but you missed that match because you fell into a coma a bit earlier. Okay, so it was title for title, like winner takes all. Yeah, and Jon Stewart interferes, hits Cena with a chair, and then Rollins pins him 1, 2, 3. He's the new champion. WWE champion and United States champion. Has anyone else ever done that? No one has ever held the WWE Championship and the United States Championship at the same time. Hey, might be a bold claim, but I'm just saying that's why he might be the greatest. But he lost the United States title against John Cena a month later. Obviously, like, that was obviously gonna happen, innit? And he fought again later that night. This was at Night of Champions, by the way, against Sting for the WWE Championship, and he beat him. Things I thought I would never see. Sting versus Seth Rollins. You didn't see it. But as I said before, Seth Rollins won. Sting was unfortunately injured. He had to retire, but then came out of retirement a few years later to debut for AEW. What the hell is an AEW? Bro, you missed so much. It's a new promotion, quite similar to WCW. A new promotion similar to the WCW. Okay, so WWE has competition now. Well, in a way, but more about that a little bit later. The end was coming for Seth Rollins. Bruv, what do you mean the end? Well, at a WWE live event in Dublin, Ireland, he tore his ACL, MCL, and medial meniscus. Jesus wept. Oh my days. That career over. He was gone, mate. Damn. Well, at least he still won the WWE Championship before he retired, but still sad though, man. So young. He was gone before returning at Extreme Rules in 2016 and giving a pedigree to the new WWE champion, Roman Reigns. Pah, bruv, you had me in the first half. And a pedigree? And that will matter a little bit later. But Seth Rollins became a 2-time WWE champion at Money in the Bank, beating Roman Reigns. Bloody get in. That's why he's the architect, you know. Yeah, Shane McMahon actually scheduled that match. Shane bloody Mac is back. Yeah. But Seth Rollins' reign, no pun intended, lasted only about 5 minutes, if that. How the hell can it last 5 minutes? Dean Ambrose won Money in the Bank earlier that night and cashed in to become the new WWE champion. So let me get this straight. All 3 Shield members were WWE champions in the same night. Yes, we did. Then we had a brand split. First one in a long time, right? Seth Rollins was drafted to Raw, and then we had a triple threat match. It was Rollins versus Reigns versus Ambrose. This was for the WWE championship, but Seth Rollins lost and wouldn't compete for it again in the foreseeable future. Why? Please tell me he didn't get injured again. again. It was exclusive for SmackDown, but they created a new world title for Raw. It was called the Universal Championship. And the first champion was either going to be Seth Rollins or Finn Balor at SummerSlam. Who was it? Finn Balor. Damn it. But Balor had to relinquish the title due to injury on the next night. So we had the fatal four-way elimination match to crown a new champion. It's crazy. Big Cass, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Kevin Owens. Surely it's his time again now. Nope, Triple H interfered, gave Seth Rollins a pedigree, and made Kevin Owens the new Universal Champion. Damn, Triple H attacked Seth Rollins. Why? Rollins basically turned face and went on to face Kevin Owens at Clash of Champions and Hell in a Cell, but lost both times due to interference from Chris Jericho. Y2J. Yeah, him and Kevin Owens were creating magic in 2016. My absolute favourite growing up, honestly. Then at Survivor Series, we saw Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. Rollins, Reigns, Jericho, Owens, and Braun Strowman, but they lost against Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, Dean Ambrose, Shane McMahon, and AJ Styles. Oh, AJ Styles is in the WWE now. That is madness. Bruv, come on, tell me what happened with Triple H. I can't believe this. Oh yes, so Seth Rollins showed up at NXT San Antonio in January 2017 to confront Triple H, but there was no answer. Okay, so we must have got a WrestleMania match that year then, yeah? We did at WrestleMania 33. It was a non-sanctioned match, Seth Rollins versus Triple H. That year, we also got Seth Rollins' new theme song. Well, it was the same, but added in Burn It Down. And the rest of 2017 was basically used to build up Seth Rollins again and eventually come to a Shield reunion. Nah, bro, for real? Rollins and Ambrose, who obviously hated each other previously, won the tag titles at SummerSlam against Cesaro and Sheamus. Yeah, but it's not the Shield though, is it? It's two members. It was now because Roman Reigns joined them and they were due to have a 5-on-3 match at TLC, but Roman Reigns was replaced by Kurt Angle. Like, my head is about to blow off in a minute. Kurt Angle in the Shield, and Kurt Angle's back in WWE as well. What happened to Roman Reigns? It was an illness. They eventually lost the titles, and Dean Ambrose was sidelined for around 9 months due to a torn bicep. No more Shield. Okay, so let's just get a little bit straight right now. What year are we in now? We're going into 2018 now, and at WrestleMania 34, Rollins won the Intercontinental title for the first time ever against The Miz and Finn Balor. He became a Triple Crown champion and a Grand Slam champion. He's getting into that greatest of all time territory. Well, that is overused, but we are going into a period where he was seen as one of the best wrestlers in the world. Who did he fight? He had some of the best matches of his career this year against Dolph Ziggler, but would lose the title against him thanks to Drew McIntyre. But he would regain it with the help of a returning Dean Ambrose, and we all got what we wanted. The Shield reunion again. Bloody good. About time. Roman Reigns was Universal Champion at the time, and Seth and Dean prevented Braun Strowman from cashing in his Money in the Bank on him. So the Shield was back. But then a few weeks later, Dean Ambrose did walk out on them. Why would he walk out on the Shield? Well, fast forward to October now, and Roman Reigns announces that his leukemia had returned and he had to leave. Well, mate. I know, man. Just puts life into perspective. Like, every week we cheer and boo. You know, we watch this TV show, we moan about booking decisions, but really, it's just a TV show. Life and family is so much more important. Very true, but you know what? Roman Reigns was okay. His cancer was put into remission. Do you know what? That's all I needed to hear. But the same night he made the announcement, Rollins and Ambrose won the tag team titles, and then Dean Ambrose turned on Seth Rollins. Oh my God, they did that? Nah! Yeah, and then Rollins lost the title to Ambrose at TLC. These years are absolute madness. Seth Rollins won Royal Rumble 2019 and challenged Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 35. But before that, we got another reformation of the Shield. The Shield reforming again? And then at WrestleMania, Rollins beat Lesnar to become the Universal Champion. But this year, fans started turning on Seth. Why were they turning on him? Well, he had some decent matches that year, even tag teaming with Becky Lynch, who he's married to and has got a kid with. Rollins and Lynch. That Money in the Bank, Lesnar won the Money in the Bank and cashed in on Seth Rollins, but at SummerSlam, Seth Rollins won the Universal title back. Crowd turned when it was Seth Rollins versus the Fiend Bray Wyatt at Hell in a Cell. Now, the lights were all red. It was a Hell in a Cell match, and the ref stopped it. Referee stoppage for what? Well, the Fiend was buried under hammers and everything else, and obviously he's a monster, you know, but the crowd didn't like it. They were booing and cheering for AEW. Oh yeah, that new promotion you were talking about. Yep, AEW, and they would go on to debut their Wednesday Night Dynamite. Fair enough, but you know what? I always love Bray Wyatt, man. Especially the Wyatt family. So good. Unfortunately, he died in 2023. What? Honestly, even saying that, I can't believe it at times. And being a father, it hits so much deeper. Just so sad, mate. Like, whenever our heroes die. It's just, it's just disbelief. His memory does live on though, and that year in 2019, he did win the Universal title in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia? Yeah, they do premium live events over there now. Premium live events. Pay-per-views, it's a TKO thing. TKO. They own the WWE now. What? Vince McMahon's gone. What? WWE and UFC are under the same company. Are you sure I'm still not in a coma? What was mad was Seth Rollins becoming the Messiah. He turned heel again. Messiah? What, like people were praying to him or something? Yeah, he became a 6-time tag team champion with one of his disciples, Buddy Murphy, and then at WrestleMania 36, he lost against Kevin Owens. This was during COVID-19, by the way. COVID-19? Worldwide pandemic. The whole world was shut down. No one could leave their house. We had to wear face masks. It was crazy. Do you know what? That sounds like some sort of Walking Dead thing. It was like that. So during 2020, there were no WWE fans to be seen at live events. Rollins lost against Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre won the title at WrestleMania after winning the Royal Rumble in 2020. Then Seth started a feud with Rey Mysterio and they had an eye for an eye match. What? The only way to win was to extract your opponent's eyeball. Oh my God, how bloody goofy. Look, I know we're wrestling fans and we're used to seeing goofy stuff, but that's next level Vince McMahon goofy stuff. Rey Mysterio's eyeball came out, or should I say ping pong ball came out. And the rest of 2020 was Rollins feuding with Dominic Mysterio, Rey Mysterio's son, you remember him, before getting drafted to SmackDown, taking a break and coming back as the Visionary. So we've had the Architect, we've had the Messiah, and now we've got the Visionary. Yep, he's also been the Kingslayer, the Beastslayer. Like, honestly, at this point, man should be in The Witcher. He's got a lot of names, right? He returned at Royal Rumble 2021, but got eliminated by the eventual winner, Edge. Oh, hold yourself right there. Edge, as in, you think you know me, Edge? Yep, the Rated R Superstar returned at the Royal Rumble 2020. No way, no way. He was done. On this day, I saw clearly it was Edge. Damn! Damn! He went on to main event WrestleMania 37 against Roman Reigns, who was a tribal chief and the heel at the time, and Daniel Bryan in a triple threat match. What did Rollins do? He fought Cesaro on night 1 of WrestleMania. Night 1 of WrestleMania? What are you talking about? Sorry, I forgot to mention there's 2 nights of WrestleMania now since 2020. Hey, I like that idea. You know, it breaks it up a little bit, doesn't it? Rollins feuded with Cesaro and then Edge, who he cost the title at Money in the Bank against Roman Reigns. Seth and Edge fought at SummerSlam, which Rollins lost, and then eventually in a Hell in a Cell match. Rollins won that, and it was over. I still can't believe that Edge is in the WWE. But actually, he's in AEW now as Adam Copeland, and so is Dean Ambrose or Jon Moxley. He's been there since 2019. So that's why you kept saying Mox at the start. You were getting confused. He's been Mox for so long now, it's an easy mistake. But Rollins did kind of bring back the Shield at Royal Rumble 2022. The music hit, he came through the audience, he was wearing the gear. No reunion this time? No reunion this time. He was fighting Roman Reigns, trying to get into his head. But we did get a massive return at WrestleMania 38. Rollins had no challenger at WrestleMania. Then the lights went out and bam, out comes Cody Rhodes. You mean Stardust? No. Cody Rhodes. Oh, well, he changed back to his old gimmick. No, Cody Rhodes left. He made a name for himself on the indies. He helped build up AEW, then came back. And actually, Cody Rhodes is the WWE champion right now. Stardust is the champion. Cody Rhodes. Long story, but he finished it. Bloody hell. Okay, well done, Stardust. Rollins would feud with Cody over the year, have a few more feuds as well. He'd win the US title and turn face and become a 2-time Grand Slam champion. Seth Rollins is a bloody Hall of Famer, isn't he? Really. And at WrestleMania 39, he beat Logan Paul. Logan Paul, I've seen that name somewhere. I swear I've seen some videos of some sort on YouTube or something. Yep, he's now one of the biggest stars in WWE and the world, to be honest. It's mad all the things that have happened since I've been in a coma, and I still have no idea how I got into the coma. I'll tell you shortly, but before that, Seth Rollins did become a world champion again. Again? This time the newly created World Heavyweight Championship. He won it and defended it against loads of people. They brought back the World Heavyweight Championship, the big gold belt. Then eventually, we got a War Games match. We've had a few since the 1980s, but at Survivor Series 2023, we had this match, and at the end, CM Punk returned. CM Punk, but, well, he's only been gone a year in my brain anyway. Well, we've seen him wrestle in UFC, AEW, and then eventually come back to the WWE in Chicago. I have got so much catching up to do, and WrestleMania 40, what a night. WrestleMania 40, can't believe it. What happened? Night 1, we had Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns and The Rock. Oh my God, my head! So The Rock is back as well. Yep, and The Rock and Roman Reigns won. And then on night 2, Seth Rollins lost his World Heavyweight Championship against Drew McIntyre. We wouldn't see Rollins for a couple of months, but he did return on a Raw in June and challenged Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship at Money in the Bank, which Damian Priest won by cashing it in at Wrestlemania on Drew McIntyre. But how did that go? I don't know how Money in the Bank 2024 has gone yet. It's not happened at the time of this recording. Let's get on bloody watching it tomorrow night then, mate. Will do. So, your coma. Yeah, how did I get into this coma? Do you remember we were watching WrestleMania 31 together? Yeah, kind of, yeah. Well, I went to the toilet at the start of the Randy Orton Seth Rollins match. Yeah. But I didn't. I actually saw your mum at her door and she asked me in. Asked you in? Right. Sorry to say this, mate, but basically we edged and leeted in her bedroom. What? You came upstairs, saw what was going on, hit your head on the side, and went into a coma. That's okay. Because do you remember when we were watching Royal Rumble 2015 at your house? Yeah. Me and your mum did the same thing. So we're both mother. The only difference is, your mum got pregnant, didn't she? You thought it was by your dad. Well, you see that little kid over there? Yeah. Looking at the dates, your mum was 2 months pregnant when I went into a coma. That's your brother. He's my son. Nah. No. So as Eddie Guerrero would have said, I'm your pappy. So why don't you go and clean your room like a good little boy, you little bitch?